Hello and welcome to Meanwhile in the Falklands, the podcast from FITV Towers. It's my last one this week, listener. Yeah, listen to that. Should we get some tissues?
Yeah, where are they?
Right now.
Why
So
didn't we get them before? We should have got
just
some.
so as we've got some ready and
Yeah,
waiting.
shall I go? Actually, I'll go and grab them. Oh, hold on.
Let's grab some tissue because you know what Oliver's like.
Me? Hang on.
There we go.
Tissues are
Tissues
primed.
at the ready.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Well, we all adjust our microphones then. I'm sorry about your ears there, listener. So it's been a busy old week. It's been my final week here at FITV. Have I said that already? Might
You've
say
not?
that a few times.
You've not cried yet, though, in the office?
I've not cried yet, but it's been a hot day for me.
You were close
the
though,
whole
weren't you,
big
at one point?
menopause thing going on. It was a hot day for me, not a crying day. So
Aw.
yeah, let's get that out of the way. Monday. Hey, I tell you something, listener. If you're down in the Falklands right now, there are so many. There are more southern right whales than you can shake a stick at the moment, knocking around Cape Pembroke. So Monday, who called us? Who gave us the hot call?
I think it was me, because I'd gone on Sunday and seen loads of whales, and I was showing you all videos, and we were all like, let's go see if they're still there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the weather between Sunday afternoon and Monday afternoon was completely different.
Yeah.
And it was a bit windy and very cold.
Very cold. Yeah, so Sunday afternoon was absolutely lovely. It was so lovely. It was a bit chilly, but there was no wind at all. Monday afternoon, when we decided to go look for whales, we all nearly got blown off the cliff.
Yes.
It was
Well, we
that
nearly
windy.
lost Ollie, didn't
We
we?
did.
Basically.
To be fair, it's kind of
Yeah.
funny, but
Yeah.
Ollie was
nearly
nearly gone.
it would have given us a laugh, Ollie.
I enjoyed it. It was nice climbing the rocks, loving life, getting a really nice close-up angle with my new phone.
You knew well, yeah, because Ollie did drop his phone down the loo, and you got a new one now.
I was pretty upset about it. I was proper stubborn. I thought it might work, but I had to. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet, don't you? And I had to
Yeah.
spend quite a lot of money to get a new phone, but
Not an iPhone.
well,
You
I
know.
don't need
Still
that. I don't
not
need
an
that.
iPhone.
But I got this epic Samsung, which is great, right? And this Samsung has a better camera than the Huawei,
Okay.
meaning that it's actually a blessing in disguise. So I can take some more epic pictures.
So you're happy about that?
Wait, am I hearing this correctly though? I've not fallen ill. Ollie has just said that a phone is better than his Huawei.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just
Just
happened,
about. I
hasn't it?
mean, I'm on a Samsung game at the moment.
On
I
the
think
Samsung.
definitely
Yeah,
not the
so
iPhone.
he's not
though.
come to the iPhone yet. But
Yeah.
iPhone and Samsung, if you're listening to this and want to send FITV some free stuff so they can do this, test it out, that would be great. But anyway, so FITV went out en masse on Monday. That's a little bit French for you. Down to Cape Pembroke and watched the whales. And they came.
They did.
They came close.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So how does it compare to the last job you had, Jonny? Did you just run out and go and...
I think the last job I was in, we couldn't have been further away or more central to a sea than my location there. We were right in the centre of the country, so to go
Nowhere near Wales.
to go 5 minutes and move to and again it wasn't in Wales either. But
Oh,
no.
nice. I like that.
But yeah, 5 minutes down the road to see Wales, it doesn't really compare to 5 minutes down the road and seeing a subway. So.
Yeah, well, there we are. So Katharyn's parents, you'll be glad to know, she is safe.
I am alive, Mum and Dad.
We should mark you safe from Wales this
Yes.
week, the marine animal.
It was a close call, but what was quite cool was when we got there to watch for whales, is we were looking, we could see some blows in the distance. We were like, okay, really far away whales, and all of a sudden we just saw this giant flipper from behind a rock, and it was so close. So if it had been any windier, the wind may have taken me over the edge, but I was fine. So I'm still here, parents.
Yeah. And you had, sorry Ollie, on the programme this week, you'll see a little montage of film
Whales.
that we did out there. They make noise, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, so it makes a noise when they blow. So when you see like the spray coming out from whales, it makes a noise, and sort of like the expulsion of air, I guess. But also,
Technical term.
it's very technical. They make a grumbling noise. I didn't get that on video, but it was really weird hearing them making noises because you wouldn't think they would.
What's
Why
happening?
Why is grumble?
What I was going to say though, but that's quite interesting on a tagline, because there is a crew that are going out at the moment using a RAV, which is like an underwater submersible, and they have like microphones and all these really sensitive microphones, and there's some footage on Instagram that they've put up of these whales and dolphins making the noise, doing all the clicks. That's for the dolphins, doing all the clicks and stuff. It's really interesting to see these dolphins and whales underneath, and actually, you probably know who it is, but yeah.
Is it your friend Will Darwin?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, they're going underwater. They're actually, it's amazing to see and amazing to hear, actually, and it's quite clear as well, like when they do all the whale singing and the clicking and all that kind of stuff. So it's,
Will Darwin,
good.
I've heard a lot about you, to the point at which whenever your name was mentioned in the office, I just sort of hissed. But actually, I've got over that now, and it'd be lovely to meet you and tell you just how much we admire your stuff, actually. So anyway, that was Monday. So let's move on to Tuesday. What were we doing on Tuesday? Here at FITV. See, this is why you would want to come and work at FITV. Is not only do we spend a couple of hours looking at Wales on a work day, but we also have the football on in the other room, well, in the boys' room. So you can keep abreast of what's going on in the Euros, is it?
well, you know more than I do. I mean, you come up with some
No,
like,
'cause I've-
technical terms.
No, because I follow Thomas Stockton on Twitter, and he posts these things. So when I repeat them, it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but I have no idea.
See,
No, but the other night you were saying like these football terms, and I was like, "What? Yes."
All from Thomas Stockton.
The
Thanks,
the
Thomas.
only reason I knew the football was on was because I kept seeing men walking down the corridor and going into the other office.
Come on, and Steve.
Yeah, they
coming down.
just kept walking down the corridor and going into the other office. I was like, oh, what's going on here then? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden hear yay! And I was like, oh.
Ooh.
This
Okay,
makes it
then.
sound
You
like
should
this
have
makes it
joined
sound
us.
like all we
No,
do
thank
is
you.
watch television all day. I think it was only on for the England game, wasn't it? And then-
Yeah, for a half, wasn't it? Yeah.
For a
Well,
half.
see, when Thomas Stockton was working at FITV, he went to a sale and bought this armchair, didn't he, for a
Oh,
quid?
yeah. Where's that gone?
And he put it in the office, and that's what he used to sit in watching the telly.
Seriously,
so-
where has that gone? Because I love that little chair. That was
I
like my
don't know.
5 seconds.
I thought it went back
Hannah
to your
got rid of
office.
it in her clear out, and it was going back to the FITV house, but then it mysteriously disappeared.
Into her house.
It was
I think it's
no,
gone to her house.
it was it was out in the corridor, and then it disappeared.
That was
Who knows?
legitimately the most comfortable thing. You know when
Wasn't it?
when you're deep in editing and you're like, right, I need a bit of a chill. Sit on that chair for 5 seconds, then back up. Because you did it as well, Paula. When we were all editing, you sat on that chair and had a chat for half an
Can I
hour.
have a chair? First thing I was taught when we were editing was, once you've edited for about an hour and a bit, you need to get out, you need to move your eyes, you need to get out, to get some fresh air, go and walk around a bit, do something different, and then come back. Because it's just, you just can't do it. You can't just edit solidly for hours on end. It's not good for you. Anyway, moving on to Tuesday. So Katharyn was in charge of the programme this week and had instructed me to do a piece on the solstice.
Yes, I had dictated that is what you were going to do
Yes,
this
you
week,
did.
Paula.
So because obviously FITV is on a very tight budget, we
We became planets.
we became planets. So we did, and also actually what had happened was Tom, who normally does our animations, was busy doing other things this week. So we did it ourselves,
Had to
really,
be
didn't
creative.
we? Sellotape,
Creative.
bit of paper,
Mars bar.
Mars bar,
A windy beach.
windy beach. It was all. That's what we did. We did it very quickly, I think. I mean, we were under pressure because obviously there was an England match at 4 o'clock.
yeah.
So you two were very,
It was quite
Let's
fast.
get it done.
You know, you run into the sea. That was quite fast. That was that because of the England game was on.
Yeah, I
Johnny
wanted to
was
get it
just
over and done with.
Yeah.
Eager to go for a midwinter dip.
If anyone is watching that on FITV, so this is week 539, you need to know that Hazel, who plays Venus in the thing, is not suddenly hasn't put on a load of weight. She's actually got a hot water bottle stuffed down her top.
Hazel was the smartest
she
of us all.
And we were instructed to look
Miserable.
Miserable,
less
yes,
than
yeah.
happy.
But that
I
was, I think that was all right because we were all miserable because
Yeah.
it was freezing cold.
It's quite easy to act.
Desperate. Anyway, so yes, moving on to Wednesday, we had some court things to cover, and it was a trial on Wednesday which Katharyn went to, but had to come back because we were just so busy this week to get things done. So we asked Mark Blackmore at Penguin News if he could possibly.
If he could be a nice person and send me some coverage of what happened in the afternoon,
Yes.
catch me up on what I had missed out on, and
Which then developed into a Penguin News staff ranking system.
we decided to rank them.
Yeah.
Because I told Mark from a long convoluted conversation we'd had in court in the morning. I then ended up telling Mark that he was climbing our Penguin News rankings, which at the time didn't exist, and he said he was up to 4th, and I was like, don't be silly, Mark, you're barely at 8. So yeah, shall we do a rundown of our Penguin News rankings?
Let's do it.
So number 1 spot is Fran Biggs.
If we had a copyright, we would have the
Oh, music.
Top of the
Doom,
pops
doom,
music
doom.
underneath.
Something fun. So
Yeah.
number 1 spot is Fran Biggs.
Of course.
who-
Yeah, legend.
Fran is a legend. Number 2, we've got editor Lisa Watson.
She is fabulous, actually.
We do like Lisa.
Yeah, we like Lisa.
Third place, we've got deputy editor Nick.
He's got good hair.
Nick has fantastic hair, and he always helps out with Fioda things and the
He
drive
does.
stuff.
We like Nick.
We do like
yeah,
Nick.
we like that.
Got a cute dog as well.
Yes.
Number 4 is Roddy.
Roddy
because we
doesn't
heart
actually
him.
work for
It
them.
doesn't work for the
Roddy
You know.
is no longer at the Penguin News, but,
But
still
we love him,
heart
so
him.
he's still in there.
He's a nice
Um,
chap.
Number 5 is the Penguin.
Yeah.
Of Penguin News,
Mhm.
which was, I think, to be fair, I still think it should go a bit higher up, but it's fine, it's fine. And then 6, that's it, because I thought that was all the Penguin News members of staff. Number 7, there was no one else.
No one else really.
And then number 8,
Mark Blackmore.
him, I
Yeah,
suppose.
that's
What's his name? I think it might be Mark, Matt, Mike.
No,
Who knows?
he writes very well. Joking aside, Mark Blackmore writes very well.
We do like you,
I'm,
Mark.
I'm just going to be impartial. I think everyone at Penguin News is a great, all at equal level one. I'd go
Oh, you sucker!
Oh,
politician answer there. Yes, no, I think it's a good list, but I would put everyone at number 1.
I stand by our rankings.
Yeah, I stand by our rankings too. Mark Blackmore, who very, very lovely, came in because he'd written in his column something about FITV and wanted
Oh,
to
yeah.
poke his head out behind the sofa. So we invited him down, and that's exactly what he did one day.
We do like you, Mark.
Yeah. The top, our other ranking system, which we have in the office, is the MLA top 10, which hasn't moved that much. But
We
I
were
tell
meant
you,
to
at the
change
moment,
it and we forgot.
yeah, at the moment, Leona Roberts is number 1 because she's lovely.
Yeah, we do like Leona.
Yeah, and Mark Pollard's number 2, but I'm not going to go any further.
We
because
can't. Trade secrets.
Trade secrets.
We can't tell you any of that.
Yeah. So that was Wednesday. On Thursday,
Today.
which is today, last ever FITV
Well, on the show, yeah.
thing on the show.
Well, that's ever Paula FITV.
Yeah.
At the end of the show, it definitely does sound like FITV is shutting down, and that is not the case. It's just because Paula is leaving.
10 years, though.
I know,
big
10
stint.
years. I've been here 10 years.
Does it feel
10
like you're
years is
leaving?
mad.
No. And every so often I think about it, and it does get I get very sad about it, because I do love it here, and I love the fact that it is so flexible. You know, that if somebody shouts, "Oh, there's whales there," we just get in the car, we just go out and do it. You know, but then equally we give time as well. For instance, on Saturday coming up, we've got the darts tournament at the town hall, obviously, and we'll be there from 7 o'clock right through until it ends, and it usually ends about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, it's not like we don't give something back.
Yeah, it's good. It's
So-
good, and but you've been the longest by some margin, employee, and you've led at the helm as well for a significant period.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's
From the
been the
start.
kind of like highlight of it? If you had to, I know we've done loads of pieces on it before, but if you had to categorise it into one, because you've been obviously recognised for going to Government House, etc. on the dinner, but you must have been one key moment where it was a highlight for you.
Well, I don't know, you put me on the spot there. I don't know, it's all been so much fun, and that's all I can say. I've never had a job where it's been so much fun. And you're just looking behind you with all those photographs on the wall of FITV, of when there was a lady and gentleman who were getting married at the Cape Pembroke Lighthouse back in 2015, and they were from Cornwall, and there's a tradition in Cornwall that the bride is kidnapped by pirates the night before a wedding. So they were all having coffee and bittersweet, and FITV. So we all drew like beards and, black
Eye
patches on, and looked like we were a bit pirate. And I think I drew some. I'm pointing at it now, listener, for the benefit of the tape. I drew some parrots on some balloons and pinned them to our shoulders. And off we went down, and we kidnapped this woman. And then went on this lovely boat ride on the harbour, which was lovely. And then the following day we filmed their wedding. So it was me and Paul went out to film it. And I was driving, well actually, and I don't know whether Paul listens to the podcast, so I'm very sorry, Paul. But I was talking to someone in the office, and I said, and Paul's going to drive because it was all off-road. And I hate driving off-road. And they just looked at me with like wide eyes and just shook their head slightly. And I went, okay, I'll be driving then. So I drove, and I was so scared. I had my hands, gripping the wheel, and Paul in his gorgeous French accent, was soothing me, going, "It's okay, just a little bit faster here and go left and all this." Anyway, cut a long story short, we got bogged. And it was the wedding car that actually had to pull us out.
Only in the Falklands.
Yeah, that was good fun. I mean, we've done a lot of things. I've been on a really, really, really posh yacht that came into the harbour, like serious money, and that was fantastic. But I've sat in the middle of penguin colonies and just filmed, and it's been really, really good fun. Really good fun.
You're going to miss it when you go?
Yeah,
to
I
uni?
am. But I was talking to Jane at the pink shop the other day, and I said, I really need to go, and because if I don't do it, I'm never going to do it.
And I suppose, nice tie-in for the listener. I mean, what's your next chapter?
Hey, I see what you did there.
But what is the next chapter for you?
The next chapter for me, I'm going off to Winchester University to go and do a master's in creative writing.
Oh,
It's a year.
very exciting.
And see what goes on from there, really.
But obviously you're still in the Falklands for a few weeks, so what's the best thing that you'll forget that you've left FITV on Monday morning? You'll turn up and we'll come in at 8:30 and be like, "Paul, what are you doing? You don't work anymore?
No,
why
Jonny
have
will
you
be at my
still...
computer.
Cleared all your stuff
Yeah,
out.
Paula, why have you still got a key? We took that off you,
Oh,
didn't
God,
we?
yeah, I need to give you my keys before I leave as well.
It's fine, it's not till tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's all been good fun. And the next chapter is going to be an adventure.
Oh.
An adventure. But I will be back. I'm not saying I'm not coming back because that's ridiculous, but, I hope to be back.
Fortunately, we do have you on Twitter, so we can...
Yes, you do. So follow me on Twitter, Rita_Seagull. I've no idea who the @Rita_Seagull is because I've no idea.
Oh, there's an @Rita Seagull.
Yeah.
Is
You
this
go
why you have an
verified,
underscore?
This is why I've got an underscore. Because they got there first. I'm really annoyed about that.
You
go,
should be.
you try and go verified, get a blue tick.
I have tried that before.
Try it again.
But they don't recognise the Falklands telephone number because it's too few digits.
That's a shame.
So I have to verify myself when I'm in the UK.
There you go.
But anyway,
Sorted.
so tomorrow is my last day here at FITV, and it's also Johnny's birthday.
Yes.
Is this the first time you celebrated in the Southern Hemisphere?
It's actually not, no. I've
Isn't
celebrated it in New Zealand as well,
Ooh.
which was cool. I went to a rugby game.
Oh, nice.
Saw the All Blacks play, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Do
cool.
you know what
online.
their basketball team's called?
Something to do with the leaf?
The Tall Blacks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That can't be real, no.
No, well, I know because I researched it because I was doing a Royal British Legion quiz, and that was one of the sports questions it was going to be.
That's
Yeah,
their
they're the Tall
official.
Blacks. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Official. Oh, I love that. That's good.
But you're off to Blue Beach tomorrow. Blue Beach and Elephant Beach.
Blue Beach and Elephant Beach. So me and Hannah, early start. So I won't be having a lie-in on my birthday. I think we've got to leave about 7:30.
So for the listener who doesn't know, that they're not actually beaches, are they? They're
farms. We're going to the farms, yeah. But it'll mean driving along the camp road. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather's going to be a lot better than today because today it's been grim, hasn't it? All day.
It was
been
looking
great.
a bit brown earlier, and I wondered whether there's going to be some snow. And the reason Ollie is still here, listener, is because you were supposed to be on a flight today, weren't you?
Yes, so I was meant to be on a flight to Saunders Island. They were going to take me over to Keppel Island, an island that no one really can go to, and we managed to get permission to get onto the island and film a few bits and bobs. It's a very historic island, and it's something that I'm quite very interested in. So the idea is to go today, settle in at Saunders Island, and then go over tomorrow. But hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be on the flight tomorrow morning, and everything will be hunky dory.
Still get it done.
But yeah, that'll be a great piece, I think, for us, because like I say, hardly anyone goes to Keppel Island. So yeah.
Yeah. And so Katharyn, so you're going to Saunders basically. Jonny and Hannah are going out to the farm, so it just leaves me and Katharyn. So we're going to go down to the Seafarers Mission, aren't we?
Yeah, see the dog.
Morris going to get some donuts out for us.
I'm very excited. Not had their donuts for a
the
while.
dog for a bit, and that's us done.
That's all right.
I think that's a nice,
final day.
calm final day. It's going to be great, isn't it, Paula? We'll bring our ukuleles.
Yeah.
Sit in the office, play ukulele.
You're going to
for
miss
a bit.
that, aren't you?
We're going to have a great time.
Yeah. Hannah's joined our ukulele group, by the way.
With her guitar.
With her guitar.
So.
We allowed her in. She's got a very good voice, actually. Listener, if you want to know. She's got a very good voice.
Although after you leave, I might kick her out of the group again if she keeps being annoyingly good.
Okay.
And I can't keep up. I may kick her out of the group again. So
Yeah.
who knows?
It could be a schism. There could be a guitar club, a ukulele club. and having
It could be like the whole. Yeah, it's like the whole.
Maybe.
Yeah. It could well be. Anyway, well, that sort of brings us really to the end of this week and the end of my final podcast as I sit here holding my cup of tea.
And holding back the tears.
And holding back the tears.
Oh, that was so poetic.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you want to follow along and watch this week, it's week 539. So you go to fitv.co.fk and just follow the instructions. It's easy. And as I've said in many podcasts before now, do not worry. It's all legitimate stuff. So it's a company called To Checkout who'll take your money, and then you'll get issued a password. It might change slightly in the next few weeks. I'm not going to say much, but there could be some things afoot, some pleasant things afoot. So keep in tune for that. If you want to follow us along, you go on social media for Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I don't do a lot on Instagram. Do you guys do a lot on Instagram?
It's good.
A little bit. Few little
I
updates.
keep forgetting to log on to the FITV Instagram. Oops.
Yeah.
I need to post some more pictures on there.
No, I don't really do Instagram.
Personally, or
Yeah, personally.
Oh, yeah, I used
The odd-
to, but I need to do it a bit more.
yeah, the odd photo here or there.
Insta's all right. Thing is, we're so lucky to use Instagram. Oh, you
Ollie takes pictures of himself on the TV and puts them on Instagram.
Yeah, we know that.
Oh, everyone's seen it.
We're
Everyone's
all
followed
aware
it.
of that, yeah.
No, yeah, but it's good because we're so fortunate because out there is like kind of our little playground and we can film penguins and etc. So for our Insta game, we've kind of really, we've got a really good opportunity to take loads of pictures, which is good.
So that's that. If you want to follow me, listener, it's Rita_Seagull on Twitter. That's where I'm mostly at home, is on Twitter. And all I do is I post things about crafts and writing, really. And that's it. And some wildlife pictures.
It's great to follow. Very
and some
interesting.
family pictures sometimes. So that's it. So we will leave you this week and have a good one and stay safe.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.